Hey guys, how's it going? So today I'm going to show you how to install the Dust-Rite dust collection system from Rockler Woodworking, and also my custom setup to run it with my CNC. I started off by measuring the width between two of the studs of my shop wall, and then cutting some kind of thick oak boards I had and using them as the supports for the Rockler Dust-Rite dust collection. The boards cut to length, I screwed them to the studs using some 3-inch wood screws. When you're doing this, the top board should be 8 inches or so center to center from the bottom board. And then you want to mark a level line on the upper board. This will be your reference mark for the mounting bracket that the Dust-Rite collection will actually hang on the upper board. You will need to drill 3 1/8 of an inch pilot holes, one for each screw in the bracket. After all 3 holes are drilled, simply use the supplied screws with the Dust-Rite collection and mount the bracket to the upper board. During this process, it's okay to check the level of the bracket, as you want the bracket perfectly level with the ground. Once the hanging bracket is mounted to the upper board, you want to mount the U-shaped bracket to the back of the dust collection blower. This is done using the supplied 4 bolts that come in the kit with the dust collection, and you can use a wrench or socket. The bolts thread directly into the U-shaped bracket, so you do not need nuts on the inner part of the bolts. And then your wall bracket, which is the large plate that will hold the dust collection to the wall, is bolted to that U-shaped bracket. This is done so you can remove the dust collection from the wall if needed. Make sure to tighten all the bolts completely, as you don't want them to back out as you go to mount the dust collection. Now that the brackets are all attached to the dust collection blower, it's time to mount the handle that is used to move the blower around if needed. This is mounted using 2 large Phillip head screws. Make sure not to strip out these screws, as this could cause problems later on. To hang the dust collection, simply clip the dust collection plate over the hanging bracket. And now, depending on what board you're using, like in my case, it was an extremely tight fit, so I used a small hammer to tap down the plate so it is completely seated. Make sure to also have the bracket between the 2 side stops that are on the back side of the backing plate. To mount up the hoses, use the clips that come along with the Dust-Rite hoses. In this particular case, this is the clear 10-foot hose, and these hose clamps work really well from Rockler. They are designed to fit over the ridges of the hose and lock the hose tightly into place. Now, I did go back later and change this a little bit, as this end piece here that I am installing onto the Dust-Rite hose reel, I wound up removing the hose from that and installing the Dust-Rite handle that will slide on and off of that piece, allowing me to use the other part of the hose for a extension. After applying the foam strip around where the bag attaches for the dust collection, it is clipped into place, and the bag is held into place by tying a knot in the string. This just makes applying the clamp a little easier. After that, I wanted to run this system through a test on the CNC to ensure that it would pick up the best it could. For this, I decided to just cut a random pattern into an old piece of oak and test out how the dust collection would work, as it would be going from a 4-inch hose down to a 2-inch that is required on the dust collection boot of my CNC. This worked really well, and I was actually kind of surprised at how well it really did work, as I thought it might lose suction being reduced down from 4 to 2 inches. One thing I'd really like to note is how quiet the Dust-Rite dust collection really is. It was kind of a surprise to me, as I did not expect it, and this makes working in the shop much more comfortable and the noise doesn't get to you. So I don't know if you guys can see this or not. It cut out really well. Like, these are really clean cuts, but it's really light over here. That is not because of anything to do with the machine. That is because this is not a flat board. I just threw it on here wanting to see how the dust collection works. and it works great. I'm super impressed with it. So cool. Alright guys, so the dust collection system is going. I want to thank Rockler for all this stuff. This is all Rockler stuff. You guys go check them out. I'll leave a link in the description. And yeah, I'm super happy with how it came out. It is a little different due to the fact I had to kind of split the 10-foot Rockler hose just because I didn't want all the hose hanging down in the middle. And if it's hanging down the middle, I was afraid it was going to hit the upper part of the A-arm of the CNC. So splitting it and actually using the second half of the hose as an extension adapter with their nice pickup end with the brushes works really, really well. I can reach a lot of space actually around the machine. And the Dust-Rite dust collection system is awesome. This thing is really quiet and it picks up really well. For the price of the machine and how easy it is to install, I'm pretty surprised actually. I wasn't sure how well it was going to actually do, but it did absolutely great. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. It really helps me grow and I appreciate that. Also, if you guys have any suggestions for like what you'd like to see me make with the CNC, hit me up in the comments and let me know for sure. I want some cool ideas. I've got a few, but I'm always taking ideas. So, guys, I appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one.